Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Stalin, je m'appelle Stalin. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'm back with a new video which is related to Construis des phrases complexes en français, which is gonna help you to build a sentence from a simple to more fluent and effective sentence. And if you guys like my videos, make sure to subscribe my channel, share it with your friends, and do comments. So let's get started without any delay. In the first part, we're gonna learn some relative pronouns that we utilize while making a sentence. First one is qui, which means who and that. You can use it to when you want to use who in a sentence, or you want to use that in the sentence. For example, la femme qui parle est ma prof. The woman who is speaking is my teacher. And the second one is que, which we use for that and which. For example, le livre que j'ai lu est incroyable. The book I read is incredible. Le livre que j'ai lu est incroyable. The third one is which we used for where and when. For example, la ville où je suis né est magnifique. The city where I was born is magnificent. La ville où je suis né est magnifique. And the last one is dont, which we use for of which. For example, c'est une qualité dont je suis fier. It's a quality that I'm proud of. C'est une qualité dont je suis fier. And the second part is the one that we use as subordinate clauses with conjugations. The first connector is parce que, which we use when we are defining cause for something. For example, je reste à la maison parce qu'il pleut. I stay at home because it's raining. Because in this sentence, we are describing a cause. Je reste à la maison parce qu'il pleut. And the second one is quand, which we use when we are telling about a time. Je te rappellerai quand je rentre. I will call you back when I get home. So in it, we are telling something about time, when you're gonna do it. Je te rappellerai quand je rentre. I will call you back when I get home. And the third one is bien que, which is for concession. For example, bien qu'il faisait froid, je sors. Although it's cold, I'm going out. Bien qu'il faisait froid, je sors. And the last one is afin que, which we use when we are talking about a goal. Il étudiait afin qu'il réussisse. Il étudiait afin qu'il réussisse. He studies so that he succeeds. And in the third part, we're gonna talk about combined with logical connectors. And if you have missed my last video about French connectors, watch that. I have explained all the information about these common connectors, which are tant, cependant, en revanche, c'est pourquoi, en somme. And here's an example. Il travaille-tu, c'est pourquoi il a des bons résultats. And now we're gonna talk about how we can grow a sentence step by step. For example, in first stage, we're gonna start with a simple sentence. In the second stage, we're gonna add a detail. And in the third stage, we're gonna add cause. And in the fourth stage, we're gonna add a connector to make sentence more complex. So here's an first example. Je regarde un film. And now we're gonna add a detail to it. Je regarde un film que mon ami m'a recommandé. And now we're gonna add the cause to it. Je regarde un film que mon ami m'a recommandé parce que j'ai besoin de me détendre. And after adding a connector to it, je suis fatigué, donc je regarde un film que mon ami m'a recommandé parce que j'ai besoin de me détendre. So now you can see how we can build a complex sentence by using a little detail to it and adding cause and adding a connector to it. And the second example is, we're gonna start with the basic one. Je bois du café. Now in step 2, we're gonna add a relative clause. Je bois du café que j'ai préparé ce matin. Now in the third step, we're gonna add a cause. Je bois du café que j'ai préparé ce matin parce que je suis fatigué. Now in this step 4, we're gonna add a connector to it. Je suis fatigué, c'est pourquoi je bois du café que j'ai préparé ce matin. So, see, it's the way how we can improve our sentences, and it's helpful in our speaking as well and in writing as well. And here's the third example. So here's a simple sentence. Je visitais Paris. Now, in these steps 2, when we're gonna add a clause to it, je visitais Paris où ma tante habitait. Habite. And in this step 3, we're gonna add a cause to it. Je visitais Paris où ma tante habite quand j'avais 15 ans. Now in step 4, we're gonna add a connector. Quand j'avais 15 ans, j'ai visité Paris où ma tante habite. And here's the next example. Je préfère le train. Step 2. Je préfère le train qui est plus confortable. Now we're gonna add the cause to it. Je préfère le train qui est plus confortable que la voiture. And now by adding a connector, je préfère le train car il est plus confortable que la voiture. I prefer train because it's more comfortable than the car. And now, here is our last example for today. Il a trouvé un emploi. Now we're gonna add a relative noun to it. Il a trouvé un emploi qui lui plaît. And now we're gonna add cause to it. Il a trouvé un emploi qui lui plaît après plusieurs entretiens. Entretien is the word for interview. And now in step 4, we're gonna add connector to it. Après plusieurs entretiens, il a trouvé un emploi qui lui plaît beaucoup. So these are all our complex structures that we can utilize to make a sentence really effective by adding relative nouns, by adding subordinate clause, by adding connectors. And hope you guys liked my today's video. If you like my videos, make sure to subscribe my channel, share it with your friends who are learning French, who are preparing for TEF exam, or even who are learning English. And do like, do comments. Thank you so much for watching. Merci beaucoup.